Hello there, it's January the 1st, 2015. Happy New Year, if you're watching this soon. Excuse me. I thought I'd share with you my present to myself, which is this tiny little pedal board called the Pedaltrain Nano, and it's really ace. And I thought what I could use it for, and what I need it for really, is for when I'm just hopping onto a train with one guitar and it's at a gig or a rehearsal or something where I just want to take a few of my favourite pedals rather than my big normal pedal board with all the pedals and wah-wahs and volume and different big pedals on like that. I absolutely love it. It's really designed for these tiny little pedals like this Nano Holy Grail, which is the only one of the small ones I've got. If you had all of these, you could probably fit about 6 of them on, especially if you put some of them on long ways. But as you can see, that's my hand, and I've not got massive hands, so it's a tiny little thing, and it fits into a beautiful little tiny bag, so it's really, really portable. It comes with some sticky back Velcro to put 2 strips, really, really sticky glue on it as well, onto your Pedaltrain board itself, and the other parts to put on the underneath of your pedals. And the Velcro itself is super sticky. It's really impressed with it. I know Velcro's sticky anyway, but this seems to be especially the case with this one. And it's a good chance to show you because people ask me sometimes at gigs, what do these different pedals do? So these are some of my favourites. Obviously it's only a small selection of the pedals I've got that I might use on my big pedal board at a big gig with the band sort of thing. But this is one I just bought recently. I love these little nano pedals. Obviously I use my feet normally. This is on the ground normally, and the stomp boxes as some people call them, so I tread on these to make a different sound. So this is the sound of my guitar. It's like a Strat type guitar with nothing going through it. This is basically, it's called the Holy Grail Nano because it's a tiny one. Reverb pedal. It's got a few different settings on it. I won't bore you with all the details, but if I click on it, it gives a nice sort of reverb sound, which you can turn up if you want. So it's like, that's a really extreme setting. Normally it'd be more like, few different types of reverbs on there as well. It's like an old-fashioned spring type one. And being what they called Electro-Harmonix, they always add a bit of an extra something or other on this, and there's a kind of a flangey type effect on here once you go onto the flurb setting, so it gives a kind of a slightly more psychedelic sort of sound, I suppose you could say. Like a swirly. So you could go for that as well, but normally it'd just be on a normal reverb setting. This is a very, very cheap, because it's all I could afford, Behringer digital delay. It's a copy of the famous Boss pedal, which is, I think it's about 80 quid or something. This was about 25 quid, and it's cheap and plasticky, so I might try and make it too hard one day and break it, but it's pretty good, I think. This is normally I would have it on a so again, without, it's like, and then this is with a little bit of delay on it. And again, you can you know, increase the amount of delay, so it's you know, you can make it really like do special effects if you want. Normally I'd have it on a fairly basic setting, would be like a slap back type sound, just like a little tiny bit of delay, just to give it a bit of rock and roll-y kind of feel to it, I suppose. I'll come back to this one in a minute because it's not ideal for all settings. This is one of my favourite pedals, another Electro-Harmonix, because it's like about 3 pedals in one. I first bought one of these. I've actually got 2 of these. I first bought it specifically to play. I mean, I love using wah-wah pedals, and that's my very favourite pedal of all. But this is not as good as a wah-wah to use as a wah-wah. But there's one song I do with the Blue Yellows, which I'm playing wah pretty much all the way through it, and I think it would like, that means I'm standing on my left leg all the way through the song and going rocking backwards and forwards on the wah-wah pedal with my right leg, and I think it would, I don't know, something would snap and I'd need to be carried away in a stretcher or something if I did that all the way through the song. So I originally bought it for the wah, for like the automatic wah effect. If you know the song we do, Owl and the Willow, I use it for that, so sort of a sort of thing. But again, like with the others, let's switch that one off. You know, you can change the level of. Actually, I think it's more like that. That's what I use. That's the setting for the Owl and Willow, like that one. But you can change the rate, so you can have sort of slightly mad kind of burbly sounds, like you've landed on Mars or something. And again, there's a number of pedals in one here, so I like the tremolo sound, which I'm quite keen on for, again, kind of a, I mean, you can do it with a whammy bar, but sometimes you don't want to do that all the way through the song or have it as precise as you can get it on here, whereas whammy bars can be a bit more wild unless you like really some kind of whammy, you know, if that's the main thing you do, like with Hank Marvin or someone like that. But it gives a sort of nice sort of rock and roll kind of feel, like this tremolo effect, I think. So without it, it's like, and with it, it's sort of like a shimmery. Or you could have a really slow one if you want. And actually, I use the tremolo sound for like the end of a couple of songs. Like sometimes I'll just play normally through the song, and then just for the end chord or something, I might tread on it. So for a, you know, for that sound. Or there's also phaser sound in there, and a vibrator sort of sound, which is slightly different to the other one. You can also put an expression pedal into this, so that you can actually adjust all these sounds yourself. So you can put a, you know, so you've got a lot more control as you're playing without treading on this or without changing the dials or anything. This Octave pedal is a bit special. It's an Arion Octave. I think it's pretty old. I'm not sure. I bought it in a second-hand shop. And it's not really suitable for clean sounds because it gives a kind of, if you pluck a string really hard, it tends to distort a little bit, but it's great on a dirty sort of distorted sound. It gives like a real sort of 70s vibe to it if I put this on. So again, without it, but with this it gives you different, it gives you a few different like an octave above or an octave below or both, you know, you can adjust the parameters to do what you want, but it just sounds, I love the sound of it. So it's like anyway, that's the Pedaltrain Nano pedalboard. It also comes with this ace little bag, I don't know if you can just about see that. All packs away nicely into there, and there's a carry handle on the top. There's the strap so you can attach it to your guitar when it's strapped to your back, or carrying it along briefcase style. Or you can, you can have it as a shoulder strap as well, so it's really adaptable and really portable, which is kind of the whole point. So great fun, really. So that's the Pedaltrain Nano, and it's just a big toy for us guitar players who love our little effects pedal toys, as we do. Anyway, thanks for watching.